Hi guys, this is Nakar for Steel Valkyrie Gaming, and we are live tonight with my friend Anna, and we are going to do some Euro Truck Sim. We are starting out in Gothenburg, Sweden, which is her in real life hometown. She now lives here in the States, but we started here so she can. I'm sorry?
I grew up over there.
Yep. And we are going to be getting a little bit of a tour around Gothenburg and Sweden while we drive. And Anna's very, very familiar with a lot of the areas and a lot of Europe, actually. And we will be getting a little bit of tour guide. I'm starting a brand new profile, and as you can see, I only have $2,000. I'm driving someone else's truck, so let's see how many times I can crash this one. This is the third take on my video, so let's see what we can do. All right, here we go.
Yeah, nice and slow.
Yep. And it's just one of those things that I take a wrong turn once in a while, and it's like, oh no.
Yeah.
All right, anybody coming around this corner?
One big container on this one, or?
Yep.
Yep. A standard container here, so yeah.
Yep. So this one's not bad. It's the doubles that always throw me for a loop.
And yeah, you hit the curb there a little bit, but
I kissed the curb. Yep, not bad.
I guess that's allowed. Yeah.
Not really, but you know. Taking your test in the States, you'd lose your license or lose your opportunity on license for that.
Oh yeah, but you're not taking a license here, you're just surviving.
Yep. So we'll just go ahead and do this. And
you have the speed camera. They have the speed camera sign, that little
the blue one?
sign
Yep.
there.
Okay.
Yep, and here comes the speed camera.
Nice. Well, it's a good thing I'm not speeding then.
Yep. Well, in Sweden, they're really strict on speeding and drunk driving. They will nail you for that.
Well, that's good, though.
Yep.
All right, and we're turning here. My steering wheel still has a little bit too much force feedback on it.
Hey, I must say, they really done both the terrain and the streets and stuff. Well, they look very authentic.
Yeah, their graphics are amazing in this game.
It's good.
It's optimized well enough that I can run ultra settings. So it's pretty crazy when you get to some of the detail. You don't have the fakey looking detail like you do in the lower settings.
Yeah.
Come on, light. Let's go. Here we go. All right. So we're driving to the Volvo plant, which you said is one of the largest plants in Sweden?
I think, yeah. It's one of the largest, and it's Volvo's largest plant in the world, I think. It's on the island of Hisingen, that is north of Gothenburg.
Oh, okay.
It's really
stuck
out there ahead of you there. Yep.
You got to watch the AI, because all of a sudden, if there's one ahead of you and you come up too fast behind them, they'll brake check you. It's like, oh, wait a minute.
Yep. And he had a yield. Those shark teeth that are painted there. Those are yield signs.
Oh,
on European streets. So yeah, when you have a whole line, then they have a stop sign. And if it's only like shark teeth, like small triangles, that means that street have yield to go out. They have to yield for you. Yep.
Okay. So we're coming up on our trigger here, so we'll
have to stop there and accept the mission or
trigger the finish.
Oh yeah, it's a finish. Sorry. Yeah.
That's all right.
Yep.
It's not like you watch this game all the time, so you wouldn't know. But this is kind of cool.
I don't play this myself. I'm intrigued because I like simulation games, but I haven't done this yet.
You're huge into flight sims, though.
Yes,
so.
I'm huge into flight sims, so yep. But I like driving things too, so but I haven't got my steering wheel, so there you go. Now you have to maneuver your way in here.
And then
I must say they got the details right. All these little signs and markers and the
there's some areas that they don't have a lot of detail on, but then there's some that they're really detailed on.
Yeah.
Come on, back up. Wait. Steering wheel, turn. I got to adjust the force feedback one of these times, but I'm not going to mess with it right now. And I'm going to hit that other trailer.
You just have to make sure you don't hit the pallets there. So
yeah, and
go back and forth a couple of times. So
I am doing my typical hit the wrong pedal and cause it to go crazy.
Oh yeah, you have to nice and steady wins the day. There you go. Now you can just continue. Go back. There you go. Now,
I just
you
got
want
it.
me-
I
I get
haven't
an urge
I
to do
haven't
this.
driven this for a few weeks now, so it's hard to get used to it again.
Okay, yeah. Oh, now you're getting off here. Yeah, there you go.
See, it's much better than the first attempt was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This force feedback is really bugging me, though. I'm gonna have to adjust that.
Yeah, now you have to go back out again. There you go. Maybe it works.
Oh, come on!
Uh-oh, that's not good. It was green, but you almost hit the building.
Yep. And of course, I turned my dang wipers on again.
Mm-hmm.
So I got them in the wrong spot on my key bindings.
There you go.
I need to get a little bit straighter, though. I have to be in the target, and I'm not quite in there.
Yeah, but now you're steering away. You're getting there. You're getting there. There you go. And now you line up. Uh-oh.
Hopefully I'm close enough.
Yeah.
I don't think I am, though.
No, you're getting... Up, stop.
There we go.
You're getting close. There you
Got
go.
it.
You're in. Yeah.
That's one of the more difficult starts I've had to this game.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I have a private profile, and that's a lot harder than the first one I did on my private profile.
Okay.
All right, I need to make an adjustment to my force feedback. I can barely turn the wheel again. And come on, load. And go through all of these little things that, yes, is my ugly little shop.
Mm-hmm.
Options.
You start at the bottom.
Yeah, I definitely do in this game.
That was one of the shittiest ones I've seen in Gothenburg, that's for sure.
I'm sure it is, because it's not.
There
good.
are some backyards there too. There's some shady industrial areas, but that looks some of the worst.
Yeah. All right, new job. We're in Gothenburg, and we're gonna go non-tandem truck because I'm obviously having issues driving tandems tonight.
Yeah, you can take a small one.
Where should we go?
Take the one that pay the highest, and then see.
Okay, so we're going to whatever that.
Vikquir?
Okay.
Vikquir? Yeah, that's good.
Vikquir. Okay.
Oh, take one to Jönköping. Otherwise, it's kind of fun. I know
Jönköping?
way.
Okay, we'll go to Jönköping.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, because I know the road very well. So yeah.
Okay.
It's the logistics hub because it's the midpoint between the three biggest cities of Sweden, Stockholm, Gothenburg, and Malmö. So it's kind of a center point in the southern of Sweden. So they have a lot of logistics, warehouses, and stuff.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
let's see if I can. This is a turn that got me last time with the double.
Yeah.
I've
So
only got a
go-
single this time,
Yeah.
so
Okay, and go in between. So look left and see where you
Go
go
right
straight for
here.
the exit. Nope, that's one too early, I think.
I actually went this route once before in my other profile,
Okay, that might
and
work.
it
Yeah.
has big enough turns I can make it.
Yeah. So now you just have to
Slow
make a
down
right
just a
turn and a
little
left
bit.
rather than a left and a right. So yeah.
Yep.
But you have a long single. That's easier.
Yeah, it's much easier
I
to
hope
drive.
I hope it's easier. At least it's easier to back. Oh, whoa. Up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure. It's easier. Mm-hmm.
I was just going to say you need to take that into consideration that you have a long thing. There you go.
I'm not paying attention to my mirrors and stuff tonight, and I gotta do
You
that.
have to. That was
There we go.
Big-
At least I didn't get
exactly.
any trailer damage, so we're good there.
yeah, and you didn't turn their fence post into
Mush.
sawdust either. Yeah.
Yeah,
mush.
this is a very narrow
They
exit.
put these concrete things here for a reason, so
Yep.
to make sure that they kept the rest of the thing.
All right. So
Now
I'm
you
gonna
look
have
careful
to...
in. Are you good? You're good on the right there. So and it looks fairly
think
good. So
I'll
don't
be
turn too early.
good. Get my wheels
Now you can
past
start turning.
those, and
Now you
I
can
can
turn.
turn.
Yeah,
Okay.
because the wheels are at the spot there. So there you
Yep.
go.
Yay! I made it on the first try.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
I don't
Good,
think I
good,
would have
good.
made it with the doubles though. That's a
No,
tight turn for
that's
doubles.
much harder. So yep.
Yep. I could have done
Good,
it if
so-
I had taken my own sweet time and from 100% focused. I probably could have done it.
Mm-hmm.
But...
Yep. So now we're on the countryside, somewhere outside Gothenburg, somewhere near.
Oh, that's where I was going to show you. Let's see if I show you a world map real
Oh,
quick.
can we see on the map where we are?
Yep.
Cool.
World map.
World map. Can we see?
We
Or
are.
you can zoom in where we are.
We are.
That's north of Stockholm, or sorry, north of Gothenburg somewhere.
There.
Along the E6, okay.
Yep, the
It's,
E6 will
yeah,
be taking whatever road this is down to
yeah,
Jönköping.
okay. We don't
I
see
don't
what
think it
the
tells
road
me what the
number,
road number
is that
is.
42 or something like that?
Guess we'll have to find out because they don't show us.
They
So
don't show, okay.
we're gonna
We're
find
going to
out.
see. So, yeah, we might be near Uddevalla or somewhere. So we're somewhere in the county of Bohuslän. That's the part of Sweden is called Bohuslän, the northwestern coast of Sweden, and then driving in towards.
Nice.
We will not go through Gothenburg. We will go north of Gothenburg and then east, I think it's so. Yeah.
Yep. I think we go along the top edge of Gothenburg.
Yeah. And here comes the yield sign again. And those shark teeth down there. So there you have it.
I've got the yield. Nobody coming.
Yeah. And then you see these little white pins, or look like fence posts that sits along the road. They are there so you can see in the winter when there's snow cover and stuff. And they also have little reflexes. So you see a white reflex, that means that you drive in the right direction, so to speak. On the other side, there's either maybe it's a red one or none at all, so to speak. So in that black area, there is a white reflex, so you see very well at night where the road is heading, so to speak.
Oh, I see it on the white post. There's actually a little reflective sticker.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
got it.
So that means that at night you can actually see, even when you have the normal lights that are not high beam, that you can actually see quite in the distance where the road is heading, so to speak. Even dark when it's like snowy and or rainy and everything is just pitch black.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of, and it also helps the snow plow guys to know where the road is. And up in areas where there is more snow, they actually have red sticks, bamboo sticks, that sits next to the road and shows the snow plows where the edge of the road is.
They do similar to that here in the northern Midwest, where they actually have markers that are along the highway, so you can see.
Yep.
A lot of the county roads don't have that, though.
Yep.
So it gets pretty dicey when you're going along.
Yep.
But it's pretty crazy.
Yep.
And in this simulation, I'll be getting the tired symbol, so I have to pull in and sleep and everything. So.
Okay. Cool. Yep. And
One
here you have the. Oh, sorry. Go on.
One thing I did notice in.
Gestorp. Now I know where we are.
Gestorp. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
One thing I noticed about difference between American Truck Sim and European Truck Sim, European Truck Sim doesn't seem to have weigh stations. You know, where you have to stop and weigh your truck and stuff to make sure you're under.
No, most countries in Europe don't have that. They do flying inspections along the road somewhere, but they don't have the weigh stations like you have in in the US. Yep.
Okay.
They don't have.
Okay.
Yep. They don't do that. So they do flying inspections at times. So the police might stop you if they think that your truck looks overloaded, and they have special units they put like measurements under the your tires, and they can actually measure the weight or the actual pressure along the road, so to speak.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
So they don't have. They have a couple of stations here and there where they do inspections, but those are usually for customs and stuff. So they take in foreign trucks and make sure that they and some of them that they check, so you don't drive so you're not drunken driving, and they also check that you haven't been driven too long or too many hours and stuff like that, and they check that all the paperwork is in order and stuff like that.
They have something similar to that here in the States. They do have the mobile scales where the inspectors will put down like a platform that you have to drive up on.
Yeah.
Yep. And they check your axle weights.
Yep. And then they have a few places when you come from Norway and Denmark and stuff, they have customs that they take come in. And so, there was a yellow little sign on the right of the road. That means that this is the main road, and all the roads coming up to it have yield or stop.
Oh, I missed it completely, so you have to point it out if you see it again.
It's a yellow little diamond, so to speak, that shows you that you are driving on the main street or the main road. There's one coming up after this intersection too.
Okay.
Yeah.
My pedals slid away from me. I don't have them on a carpet, so.
Yeah, there you have it. That's
this one. Okay.
That's the main road sign. So that means that all the streets and roads coming up have yield or stop.
Oh,
so
okay.
you don't have to yield to anyone, so to speak. They are supposed to yield to you.
Nice. See, I'm learning all kinds of stuff just listening to what you're saying. So,
Yeah.
not like I'll retain it, but I'm learning it.
Yeah.
But I've been wanting to get you on here with me for eons. I think I mentioned it, 6 months ago to you?
Yeah.
To try and get you on an episode. So, I'm glad it finally worked out.
Yeah. And here we have another typical Nordic thing is these fences or wild fences for wildlife on the roads. A lot of the road systems up in Sweden, Norway, and Finland has these kind of fences to keep moose, deer, and other big animals off the roads. And then they have wildlife crossings and stuff. Those are big natural bridges or tunnels and stuff under certain ones. So you have to be wary because moose can kill you if you drive into one, so to speak, too fast.
Oh, yeah.
And wild boar and deer and stuff like that.
You have wild boar in Sweden?
Yes, we do.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Lots
I did
of
not
them
know
too.
that. I did not know that.
They are big, heavy, and very compact. So they will. But moose is the most dangerous because they are so tall. So you will knock off the legs of the animal, and then you will get the full weight hitting your front windows or windshield. So
ouch.
So it can be very dangerous. And here you have another European love affair. That's the roundabouts.
Yes.
America doesn't have that many roundabouts, but Europe has tons of roundabouts.
America is getting worse.
Oh yeah, it's getting But I like roundabouts, but I know most Americans don't like roundabouts.
I don't mind the roundabout. It's the crisscross intersections, like around interstates and stuff that they have in the States. Where you actually turn on the wrong side of the road. It really messes with me. I don't know why.
Yeah, and in California where I live now, people don't understand roundabouts because there's so few of them here. I think I've seen 2 or 3 in 10 years.
Oh, wow.
So there are hardly any roundabouts around here.
That is crazy.
Californians don't know how to drive in roundabouts. I've seen that. So
yeah, we have probably 30 of them in the city of Fargo.
Yeah, see, there you go. You probably have more than
slow
California.
Down there, Turbo.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, that was good. There was nothing there to run over, so you're good.
Wow.
Now you're really out in the countryside here. So
yeah, we're in the boonies. Holy buckets.
Yep.
Yeah.
It looks very much like southern Sweden. You have some variety of trees and fields, very agricultural, fairly flat.
Speeding, so I got to slow down a little bit.
Oh yeah, but they don't have that many traffic cameras on small roads like this. But Sweden has a lot of these small roads, tons of them.
From what I understand, England has a lot of them too, but they have
England has even more of them. English roads are more narrow than Scandinavian roads are.
English roads have a lot of cobblestone fences and stuff along them.
Yeah, they're very picturesque and very beautiful, but kind of a bit tricky to drive on. You never feel like you can stretch out and take it easy, so to speak.
Okay, cool.
And people who this simulator, everything is compacted, so to speak. In real life, you had to drive way longer distance. It looks right. It's just that one thing comes straight after the other, so which is kind of good. Otherwise, you have to sit for drive for an hour. Meaning from where we started to Jönköping is like a 2.5 hour drive in real life. So. Yeah,
in the game, it's 6 minutes equals an hour in game time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but it looks real, and the roads and markings and everything. And here you have double white lines. That means that you're not allowed to overturn anyone.
Okay.
Yep. 2 white lines in the center. There's actually, if you have sometimes you can have dots on one side and a white line on the other. That means that the other side can overturn on their side, but you're not allowed on your side, and vice versa.
Okay.
So the center markings tells you what is allowed or not, so to speak.
Okay, so we're going across a great big bridge right now, which I can't turn the camera too much.
No, but there's several rivers in western part of Sweden. Some of the biggest rivers in Europe, not biggest by water amount, so to speak, and that's Göta älv. That's a big river that flows from Lake Vänern out into the ocean. It's a short river, but in the amount of water it flows through it, it's a huge river, so to speak. It's short, but has a large amount of water in it.
Geez, I'm actually even getting geography lessons.
Yep.
And terrain lessons and all kinds of stuff again. Yep. I love it though when you talk about the terrain and stuff like that, because it's something I don't get to see around here. So.
Yeah. And this is kind of typical Swedish countryside. You have a lot of.
They do a lot of cool stuff in this game.
Yeah.
their terrain is darn close to what it is actual life.
Oh yeah,
So,
exactly. You get like a compressed snapshot of what it actually looks like so this is very, very accurate southern Sweden, so to speak. Very well simulated. You just cut away 80% of it, but what's there looks very much, and all the road signs and the road markings and all that is spot on. It looks real.
yep. Yep. And I just bought Iberia, which is the Spanish peninsula.
The Spanish, yeah.
Yep. So
That's
I just
cool.
bought that tonight. I had some credit on my
They
wallet,
have some
so I grabbed
wonderful
it.
nature and some cool challenges and stuff down there.
I was going to start my thing in there, and then you contacted me, and I decided I'm just going to do the Gothenburg start, and then I'll just work my way south. So after I get a truck, I'll work my way south. So, well, kind of working it south now, but we'll just kind of play around Sweden since I got you captive for now.
Yeah. And
So-
that was the sign for a sharp turn, so to speak, when you get that little black bend.
Oh,
The-
okay.
Yep,
Okay.
was the
So I'll
sharp
let
turn.
gravity take me down here a little bit.
Yeah. Here we have another sign telling us where the roads are going. There's probably like a big intersection coming here. And
We're
now we
probably going to
have-
be connecting up with the
Gothenburg to
yep.
the right, and we have Jönköping straight ahead. So yeah.
Okay. And we're going to be turning onto some kind of thoroughfare here, so.
Yeah, it's 40. It's the big road going from Gothenburg to Jönköping. So yeah,
Okay.
so it's on 40. So yeah, I've driven it many times in real life. There should be a big downhill when we get close to Jönköping, because that one is notorious in the winter because the trucks, they get stuck in it going up. So
Okay.
in real life that should be a few more miles, and we should hit it. And this one is in real life, it's actually a 3-1 road. So occasionally it alternates. So you have 2 lanes in one direction and 1 in the other, and then it alternates. So
okay.
yeah, and there is like a center barrier, and it alternates. So in some areas they have 4 lanes, and in some areas it's 3 lanes, and then you have this barrier in the middle, just like here.
Okay.
So so you have this, that is a wire barrier, so to speak. So it's like a soft barrier, but it will keep all the vehicles. So if you drive into it, those wires are so hard, they are so tense that they will push you back again. So there's like half a dozen wires in the center divide.
Nice,
And
nice.
when you start taking these little pins away, that means that the truck is actually pushed back over on your side. So it's a soft one, so it's very good at getting the now we're getting into Jönköping, so they probably skipped the downhill, but in real life there is a huge downhill down into Jönköping, and trucks going up that hill has a real problem, so to speak. That it's very, very tough. So they have an extra crawl lane, so to speak, for trucks getting up the slope, and especially in winter when it gets icy. They even have heating circuits in the road just to keep it ice free in winter for the heavy traffic.
Wow.
And then you had a fire truck, a typical Northern European fire truck like Swedes and Norwegians and others use.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was watching another YouTuber play this game, and he rolled his truck on one of these roundabouts like this, or on the turns, and I hit my brake a little too hard, but that's okay.
Okay, yeah, it's better than too late. Yeah.
Yep.
And we have Centrum. Yeah, that means center, city center. Yeah, and this looks very, very.
Come on, clear that sign. There we go.
Yeah. And Jönköping is not too big. I think it's about 100,000 people or something, 100,000. But it's a big logistics and industrial hub, so there's a lot of big warehouses and stuff like that. Also a fairly big shopping place, because there's several roads going from various directions, and there's a lot of small towns and countryside around it, and not that many other similar big cities in the area. So that means that a lot of people are going through here, so to speak. So you can go by rail or freeway or something to go here. So
nice. This is crazy. I love learning about different cities and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
I discovered it.
Is discovered. Yep.
Yep. And I'll get one for every city that I go into. That I'll get a
and
notice
the word
like that.
Köping, by the way, that's this very similar to it means a type of mid-sized city. So back in medieval times, they called it Köping. That was a city privilege that was on its way to become a full city. That means that you got certain rights to have markets and pay certain taxes, or liberated from certain other taxes and stuff. So that was a classification of small city. that the
Okay.
king
Huh.
kind of gave certain cities that they could use the name Köping and then something in front of it, so to speak. So Jönköping, that
And
means that
shipping in Sweden is Koping with
yep,
the umlauts,
yeah,
right?
exactly. It's an O with the umlauts twice.
Okay.
So, and
Okay.
that is the vowel Ö. Yep. And now
Ö,
you have to
okay.
go, yep. You have to go left here. So yeah.
So I gotta wait. There's a car coming. I can see
Oh,
somewhere
okay.
there.
Yeah.
Yep, there it
There's
is.
coming. Yep.
Stop rolling, truck. Thank
Oh,
you.
that's a Mustang.
Yep. And you can buy cars in this game too. I just don't know
Oh, you
if
can
it's
have cars too.
if it's a
drive
mod.
around?
Yep. If
Oh,
it's a mod or
cool.
what, I haven't figured that one out in European Truck Sim.
Oh,
In
that's
American Truck
awesome.
Sim, it's just a thing you buy. There's different
Uh-huh.
areas that you can
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, and I must say, this looks very, all the buildings and all the stuff looks very Swedish in layout, so to speak. It doesn't follow the city plan or anything like that, but I must say, for anyone who wants to know what it looks like in Sweden, this is very, yeah, kind of auto-gen, but very, very accurate, so to speak, when it comes to the look and feel of it.
Nice.
Yep. It's interesting to have an English sign electronics. That would not be unheard of. English is creeping into Sweden a lot, and supermarket will probably, they might use supermarket, but normally there will be Swedish names of it. But a lot of there's surprising amount of, for instance, you have the sales sign. It's just kind of funny. In Swedish, that will called rea, R-E-A. That is the sign, the normal expression for sale. But sale signs are actually popping up more and more in Sweden too. That actually says sale. So,
Oh, cool.
So Swedes are so bilingual that you actually see a lot of English signs and stuff. And most Swedes don't think twice about it. They just read it and understand it, so to speak.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks cool, and yeah,
See if I can
as
do
usual,
a better
it's
job
kind of
parking
tight.
this time.
Yeah, it's tight.
I just gotta get the butt end over.
Yeah, probably have to go back and forth a couple of times there too.
Well, I've got the assisted backing, and that's what
I was
messes
just going
with
to say
me.
it steers on the
Yep.
there's, oh yeah, you yeah, go in and then do one correction, and you should probably, yeah. Ah, you can do it. You corrected a little bit too early, I think. No, you probably do it. Yeah. A little bit too early. Yeah. Now you have to check on the other side, because otherwise you might hit the. But now you just drive straight back out and then correct again, and you will be good. Oh, you might do it.
Not quite.
Almost. Yeah.
Almost had it. Not quite back in the right corner here. A little further. Alright, now.
Now I
I'm
can
going
see
the
that.
right way.
There you go. Just keep an eye on the other side so you don't hit anything. And now you steer up. There you go. There you go. Perfect. Yep. Yep. And then
Oh,
you
a little further.
go straight. Oh, now you're too much. Yeah.
Steering wheel is so hard to turn. My God.
You see, it's much easier to steer from the passenger seat.
Yeah, it is. It is. I need
Much easier than the driving seat.
I need the cohort though. Otherwise, sometimes I don't know what to say, and I stumble in the things. And
It's sitting, and when you stream and do stuff like this, and you not have no one to talk to, that is so boring. It's kind of tough.
yes,
So
it
it's
is
much
very
to
tough.
Have someone to talk to while we're doing it is much more fun. There we go.
There we
There
go.
you go.
Oh,
Perfect.
don't crash.
Yeah, exactly. Don't bash into.
What really makes it hard is the way this wheel is set up. The brake is backup and brake at the same time. So if I hit it a little too hard,
okay.
it takes off going crazy.
Oh,
so
that sounds very dangerous.
yeah, it's really kind of hard to do. Oh, we get our first
I
skill
don't-
point. So
Yeah.
let's go long distance.
I
So
don't
I
think I would
can-
ever want to drive a simulator like this without having controls that are actually in the right spots, so to speak.
Well, they are if you have a shifter. If you have the shifter where you
okay.
actually go into reverse, then it works perfectly.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I don't have the shifter because I cannot drive a stick. I tried many times in real life and I kill them every time. So,
I'm so
okay,
used to.
so we can
Yeah,
either go to Denmark, or
that's
we
cool.
can go to Denmark, or we can go to Jönköping.
You
Oh
can go
wait,
back to
I gotta
Gothenburg again. So yeah,
set it for Jönköping here. We
yeah.
can go to Linköping, wherever that
That's
is.
a cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's going
Okay.
east. I've lived there, so
Oh,
that's
it's
cool. That's
tandems.
awesome.
All right, we're
Yeah.
gonna take tandems and see if I can make it.
But hopefully the main road, the E4 is a big freeway, so that shouldn't be too difficult. It's one of the biggest ones, but it's these kind of
Okay,
in and
we're
out
hooked
that
up.
makes it. Well, you try it and
I
see.
think we'll be
And you
okay
have a
because
DAF, you have a Dutch truck, so it's
yeah,
cool. Yeah.
and a lot of people call this DAF, but I think I've heard
Yeah.
it's called DAF.
Yeah, I think in Swedish they normally say DAFs. Yeah.
Okay.
DAF. That's how you
Yeah.
pronounce it. And I'm not sure what the Dutch say themselves.
Okay. I
Probably
guess I don't know
DAF.
either. So
Yeah. I've never, and I don't think they. I've never seen a DAF in America. I've only seen them in Europe. So
yeah, there's
so,
very few of the European style trucks.
yeah. It's only Volvo. Scania doesn't sell in North America, but Volvo is big in North America, and they own one of the American truck companies too. So,
Oh, they
so,
do?
so
I
they're-
didn't know that.
Yep,
Huh.
they know. I forgot which one, but they bought one some years ago. So one of the American brands is actually owned by Volvo. So yeah,
Nice.
and for people to know that some people might say that Volvo is actually Chinese. Volvo cars are Chinese, but not Volvo trucks.
Okay.
Volvo trucks is still owned by Swedes, so it's still a fully Swedish company, but not the Volvo cars is actually owned by Geely in China, so they bought it like 15, 18 years ago or something like that.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, before then Volvo cars were owned by Ford for a decade or so, and then Ford sold it to the Chinese.
Oh,
And,
got it.
Yep. So that is not Swedish anymore. They have the headquarters and stuff in Sweden, but it's not owned by Swedes in majority anymore. But
Okay.
the trucks still are. Yep. And those like all the earth movers and then all that heavy lifting stuff is also owned by Sweden. It's only still a fully Swedish company.
Okay. Nobody's
Yep,
coming
there we
that
go.
way.
Yeah.
Nobody's that
We
way.
have 47. It should be. Yeah. It's one of these kind of mid-size or like country roads that are half the Swedish road network is this size, so to speak. So
Okay.
so you have
Cool.
Yep, it's kind of common, and then you have, because freeways or these kind of really big highways, double ones, are not that common in Sweden. So this is kind of very standard. If you drive across Sweden and you go into small towns and villages and stuff out in the countryside, this is the kind of road you need to drive on. And now you get these double center lines. That means that you're not allowed to overtake.
No passing on either side.
Exactly, on either side, because the conditions are so bad. So yeah.
Okay, cool. And then there's random road events in this game too. So
Yeah, you have
like
some
here we
road
have
works and
random
stuff.
road
Yeah.
work. Once
That
in a while
happens in
you'll
Sweden a lot.
once in a while you'll meet semis trying to get past these, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah,
So
and they often happen in the summer, and Swedes get so pissed because in the winter the conditions are so bad. So almost all the road maintenance have to be done in summer, which means it's only like 5 or 6 months or like, because winter is 6 months, and in the southern Sweden, and up in northern Sweden it's like 8 months or so. So there is not that
geez.
much of a window in summer to actually. There are a few
Gothenburg?
months.
Gothenburg is like middle.
No, Gothenburg is southern Sweden.
Okay,
so up
southern
to
Sweden.
Stockholm is like southern Sweden. North
Okay,
of Stockholm,
okay.
Stockholm is like 1/3 up the country.
Okay.
And then you have middle of Sweden from Stockholm up to a city like called Östersund. And then you have northern half of the country is up there. And 90% of the population live from Stockholm south.
Okay.
So northern is like Alaska. It's not much populated, and there's maybe a few 100,000 people that live in the northern third of the country.
Okay,
So it's,
cool.
it's kind of subarctic to Arctic and stuff up there.
Yeah,
but there's a
'cause-
lot of heavy industry and stuff. So I hope they do a European truck sim expansion for northern Sweden and Norway, because there is a lot of timber and a lot of heavy industry and resources and stuff. So there's a lot of trucking going on up there too.
This actually goes quite a ways north. I'll look at the world
I
map
saw
here
that it
in
was
a
like
little bit.
1/3 of the country. So yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't do like an Arctic Circle kind of thing very much.
That's the northern quarter or 20% of the country. So
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
And they might have that in a mod somewhere that they go up into
Yeah.
the Arctic Circle, because I've seen the ice road truckers. I've seen people do that. So,
Yeah.
and that is like wicked. You're driving on pure ice. And it's like, oh,
Yep.
no thanks.
Oh yeah, they even in winter they even open official roads over some of the lakes and stuff in winter when it gets really cold enough.
Yeah, true ice road trucking.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
And here what they call the tractor eggs, these round things that are piled up there out in the fields, and the one that is piled up here, that is actually what they have a special machine that they collect the grass. And they put like salts and some of that, and then it preserves it, and then it becomes food for cattle. So
okay, yep. So it'd be like our silage then, where you roll it up in there, and then it basically rots because it's got all the salt and stuff in it. Yep.
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 So they some German came up with the word tractor eggs, and that has
tractor eggs. That's cool.
Yeah. So they're eggs like insect eggs or something like that. So they're laying around on the field. So yeah.
I'm gonna have to tell Freaky that one. Tractor eggs.
Yep.
We're gonna go make some tractor eggs.
Yeah, traktoren egg. That was the I've heard it, and then it stuck, so to speak. Someone in Germany invented that word like 30 years ago, and then it stuck. So yeah.
That'd be crazy. Oh, come on. Don't make me stop. You bugger.
Ooh, he just went.
Yep.
And
usually I
short,
just...
Normally, yeah, these on-ramps are way longer in real life.
Yeah, usually I just go and just let them slam on their brakes, but this one is like, no, I don't think I want to risk that.
Yeah. And here's the speed limit's 90 kilometers. That's standard for Swedish main highways and stuff. And then 110 kilometers.
Okay, so
it's
be...
standard on freeways and stuff. And then some of them even have 120 kilometers. And I think there are a few places where they have up 130 kilometers even. At least they had for a while.
Roughly 55 is 90, roughly.
Exactly.
And then 60 is like 110 or 120.
It's about 65, and 120 is about 70 miles an hour. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's pretty standard conversion too, you know. So it's pretty crazy though when you start looking at that stuff.
Police is much more strict about speeding in Sweden than they are in, at least in California where I live. That police are much more lenient here on speeding. Their lenience, the Californian Highway Patrol seems to be lenient on speeding, and they seem to be lenient on people having unsecured loads on trucks and stuff. Because in Sweden, the police will stop you immediately if they. I've seen so many gardeners and God knows what that have loose things and some of them even have like dogs on sitting tied on the sitting on the back the back of a truck, so to speak, out in the open. And if they saw that, they will stop and you will be prosecuted for animal cruelty and stuff. So those laws are very, very different.
Yeah,
you never be allowed that, and that seems to be okay in California to do that.
Yeah, it's kind of iffy, I think. You know,
I think it's very iffy to have that, but
I think it's wrong to have an animal in the back of your vehicle and tied down.
Yeah.
If they're loose, it's still kind of iffy. Yeah, but at least they have a chance of getting out.
Fall out or jump out, and you don't know. Yeah, so to me, it's like no, that's a big no.
It is cruelty. I agree, 100%. But I don't agree with them if they are in the back to be tied down. Because I've seen animals be strangled by their leads in the back of vehicles.
Yeah. And here also you have a lot of various people that just put a lot of crap in the back of that truck and drive, and things fall off and whatnot. So those are very, very strict rules in I think most European countries, but at least the northern European ones, they're very strict on stuff like that. So loads have to be secured and tied down, and you have to have a tarpaulin.
What is this, a sea serpent?
Yeah, there's a sea serpent, and there's a big troll. Now in Jönköping, there's a big troll.
Okay, there's the troll.
Yeah, there's the troll, and he is actually holding the little island that is out. This is Lake Vättern, and so he's holding an island that he's throwing it out to. So nice. That is a giant sitting there. So this is actually one of the most scenic. That was a police stopping someone for speeding probably or something. Yeah. So this looks very accurate. very accurate. And this is one of the most scenic drives in Sweden, and some of the most scenic ones in Europe. I think it's very gorgeous. It goes probably about 50 miles or something like that up along the lake like this, and it's gorgeous, beautiful.
Nice.
And it's very much countryside. There's not many houses or anything like that. It's just wilderness and beautiful, gorgeous slopes, and you have a wonderful view over the lake. And we'll just see here Lake Vättern. That is the second biggest lake in Sweden and one of the biggest in Europe.
Nice.
It's about 200 miles long and probably about 50 miles wide or something like that.
It's kind of like Lake Superior in those then.
Yeah. And it's a very deep lake too. It's probably a couple of 1,000 feet deep. So it's
I don't think Lake Superior is
really
that deep, but it's a couple hundred at least.
Yeah, this is a very deep lake.
Yeah.
And but Aarhus, look left here. There should be
okay.
yeah, there you go.
Okay, that's a castle.
That's an old it's not medieval, it's late Renaissance, and it's he built it as a show off because the view from there are gorgeous. It's like
cool.
a drop off about a 500 or 600 feet drop off, and the view you can see for miles around. It's gorgeous views. And here you have 110 kilometers in speed limit, and
Nice.
you have the wild fences to keep deer and horse and moose and stuff away, because there are plenty of moose around here.
That's one thing I wish they would put in this game is the wildlife coming across the roads.
Yeah,
But they
especially
haven't
here
implemented that yet.
Yeah, that will be a cool thing. And this looks very accurate. This is what the road looks like. You get more of the view over the lake much longer. They cut that down to a couple of minutes. In real life, you drive an hour along the road, along the lake like that. And there's a couple of stops where you can do picnic areas and stuff that are fabulously beautiful. So and there's even a little tourist road that goes just next to the lake that you can take if you want to go slow and just take in the countryside.
Nice.
And there's also a place that comes just after here. It's a town called Gränna that is famous for a special kind of candy.
Okay.
And we'll see if that actually comes here. So
probably not, but you never know.
We'll see. It's a big thing, and it comes here. Should be. So we'll see here.
Okay.
Any minute here might be, because they have actually a little cool. No, they skipped it. Here's Linköping, and this is the home of Saab, the aircraft manufacturer. That's why they have these airplanes sitting along the road here.
Nice.
So they have all the different manufacturers. That's an SK-60 and an SK-50, old and a not so old trainers for the Air Force. So
nice.
So they manufacture. So this is the first inlet. Looks very accurate. It looks very much like this in real life.
Cool.
So
cool.
they shortened they took away Gränna, the candy town, so it's gonna be. Oh, they have the big, one of the biggest power plant. It's a thing, they burn trash, those big and it's very modern. So they incinerate trash.
Okay.
And then they they take all the metals and all the bad stuff out of the smoke and stuff, and it generates both electricity, heat, and cold.
Okay.
And it warms, cools, and gives energy to the whole city.
Nice.
And in summer you get cold, and in winter you get heat from it. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go.
He's gonna stop for me because I'm too far out.
Okay. Yeah. He was smart. And that was an Iveco, I think. Yeah, it's an Iveco. That's another big European truck brand.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if Iveco is Spanish or...
I guess I don't know what the origin is at all.
I'm not sure which one, if Iveco is Italian or
It sounds
Spanish.
like it could be
I'm not sure.
Italian or something like that.
Yeah, it's owned by one of the... I'm not sure, but it's European though, so yeah.
Yep.
I should know that. That's a Renault and a Scania. Yep.
It's funny that you can recognize them by just driving past.
Well, I know that. Yeah, there you have a...
I got headlight usage. Oh, man. I thought I had the headlights on.
Oh yeah, you have to. They are very strict with that. And
Well-
they got the, look at that tall building, and they got the big church or the cathedral, because Linköping is one of the religious centers of Sweden, so they have a cathedral.
Okay.
And
I
I
didn't...
actually lived very close to the cathedral, like half a mile away from the cathedral, a quarter of a mile. I had an apartment for some years.
Cool.
Yep.
I
So
didn't
it
get a
looks
chance to
very
look,
well.
so it's...
Yeah, it's just a little. If you just look a little bit left, you can see the cathedral
Oh,
poking up there.
the pointed roof over there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. There you
It's
go.
behind-
There you
it's-
stick up with the green copper roof. That's the cathedral. So,
Oh,
yeah.
that is. Okay. I see.
Yep.
I saw the other one. I didn't see the cathedral.
Yep. So
Come
they
on.
they simplify the road system a lot, so to speak. But a lot of the landmarks are actually very accurate. And that's another small Iveco or some truck that is used. Yep. And this is cool.
This truck doesn't have much power, or I should say
Yeah.
it doesn't have a very good transmission because it
Yeah.
does not want to take off very quick.
Oh, they have big Ikea.
Mhm.
That is where the Ikea store is in
That's-
Linköping. So on the left there. So
Oh,
on the left.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, there
There's
you go.
Ikea.
It's
Looks
Ikea.
very accurate. Yeah, Ikea, but there's Ikea. And
Yep.
here they have a huge. I don't think they have that tall bridge there in real life. But the building over there, that blue that sticks up in the background, that is
Mm-hmm.
actually there, and it looks very real, so to speak.
Nice.
So
So,
the-
you say they don't have that highway there?
No, that big bridge. Maybe they're building it now. I have to. Oh, yes, they do. I think. Hang on a second. I'll check it in real time here while we go past, because they are building a new railway, so they might actually do.
Oh, this is my turn.
It's 15 years since I lived there, so it might be.
This
I
is
have
my
to check
turn.
and see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I know because you were
Yeah.
in the
I've been
military over
but-
there and all kinds of stuff, right? And then you
Oh,
moved
yeah,
to the States about what 10 years ago?
Yeah, 10 years ago now. But I've been back to Sweden 3 times, but I haven't been to Linköping for like 5 years now, I think. So.
Okay.
But I'll check again because
Okay,
I know
I'm gonna skip the parking
I'm kind of
because-
curious here to see if they're actually building the. But IKEA was in the right spot.
Okay, cool. Continue. All right, I got 3 emails. I'm going to look at that while you confirm your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I can.
No,
get
I don't think they are.
food.
Hang on a second. I'm going to just for
food.
gigs. It was placed the wrong way, so no,
Stockholm.
it's not. It's not being built that way.
Okay.
So that was
okay.
something cool they added that looked kind of cool, but it's unfortunately probably not
Not
right,
accurate.
so to speak. Exactly, it's not accurate.
Okay, so let's see. We're in Linköping, whatever we're at.
Lean shipping, yeah.
Lean
mhm.
shipping. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's again that.
And
that
lean means linen, so this is linen town, so to speak.
Linen
if you,
town,
if you,
okay.
Yeah, if you translate it, it literally means linen town.
Okay. Okay. So we
Yep.
can go to Finland,
Okay, that's
or
cool.
we can go to Lithuania.
Yeah, Klaipeda. Or we can go to Stockholm. Go to Stockholm. That's fun.
Okay. We'll go to
Yeah.
Stockholm. There's
That's
a
fun
Scania
because then
dealer
we-
in Stockholm too, so I might bite the bullet and buy my first truck while we're there.
Not only that, they manufacture the trucks in a town. Scania's big production facility or factory is in Södertälje, just south of Stockholm. That's where
Okay.
the biggest Scania factory is
Okay.
located. Yep.
And I have doubles again this time. Doggone it.
Okay, but it looks like it wasn't that bad of a starting point.
No, not really.
You might fall off one of these sand piles here, but yeah, you just have to go slow here. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Where am I going? Where's my
I think
exit?
you went. Yeah, you have to go straight back and then go right there. so,
Yeah, straight back. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Oh yeah, now you have to go straight.
I cannot back these things for anybody in the world.
There you go.
I'll
there
let
you go.
I'll let weight carry me down.
Don't, but no, but go straight. Don't. You have to go very straight because all the twists and turns are magnified
Yeah.
in the back, so to speak. So, yeah.
Where's my
And then go
exits?
forward and then go straight back again and go forward and back a few times.
Hang
and
on.
you-
I
you
gotta
will-
get rid
you
of
will
these
get it.
stupid wipers.
It's cool. Yeah.
That's the first time I've ever seen triple wipers on a vehicle.
Oh, a lot of trucks have that.
Are you
I've
done?
seen a lot
There
of
we go.
trucks with.
Let's see. Where's my? I think my exit is right there, though.
Yeah, and I guess I have to tell the viewers I've not had a civilian trucker's license, but I've driven in the military. I've driven a lot of heavy vehicles, so
Okay.
with weird kind of stuff. So I did that. There you go. Perfect.
There
Just
we go.
go slow and steady there, and you're good.
I hate hauling doubles in Europe. Oh, I hate it with a
Yeah,
passion.
it's tight. Yeah, I think it's kind of, you probably have to have special permit to have things that are this long. So
And-
normally in Sweden, it's 24 meters is the maximum length of a vehicle. Otherwise, you have to have special permits and signs and stuff like that if it's longer than 24 meters.
I actually have the special transport pack too, where
Okay,
I'll
that might
actually
be-
be doing with the lead cars and stuff if
Yeah.
I decide to take them. So that could be interesting some night too.
Yeah, yeah, because I've seen road trains that are this big in Sweden, but they are very rare, so to speak, and they usually have like extra long vehicles or oversized load and stuff like that. So they have like a lot of, it's like a whole Christmas tree of signs in the back saying that you're too big and stuff like that. So,
Oh wow.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep, and-
Yeah, it's I heard in Australia too they have the big road trains
Exactly,
like that.
exactly. Australia has way bigger than they have in Sweden, but Sweden, whoa, yep. Sweden allowed the biggest. Sweden and Finland, I think, have the heaviest trucks allowed on European roads, and that's mainly for timber transport. That's why they allowed even bigger and heavier than in any other place in Europe.
Okay, now this truck is really loud.
Okay, yeah, I can't hear the sound, but it's okay, no problem. Yeah, and now we're back on the E4 again. And E4 goes from Malmö, Copenhagen, all the way up to Stockholm.
Okay.
Yeah, so you go across and it merges with the E6 near. So you can basically take the road from almost from Germany and then drive across the strait over to Malmö, and you drive up through Denmark and then over a number of bridges and stuff. You end up in Copenhagen, and then you go over to Malmö, and then you drive up from there all the way to Stockholm. And now we're driving the last bit here. So
Okay. I'm
Yep.
going to stop for just a second and adjust this truck volume because
okay,
this is like ridiculously loud for this truck.
yeah.
It's overpowering your voice. So,
Yeah.
let's see.
Audio. We can have like
Truck
a
engine
master volume or something, or
I'll just
truck
turn the
engine.
truck down a little bit.
Yeah.
Truck turbo and truck effects, truck
Noise.
noise, and trailer noise. We'll just turn all that down a little bit.
Yeah.
See if that helps. Because it's overpowering your voice, and it's actually
okay.
quite annoying in my headphones too.
Yeah. Okay, is it better?
Yeah, I think so. I think we'll be okay.
Good.
Okay. This time I have my headlights on, so I shouldn't get fined.
Yeah, that's the thing. In I think most countries in Europe you have to drive with the headlights on, but in the Nordic countries it's.
Oh, this is going to be ugly. Absolutely ugly.
Yeah. This is it's one of these kind of it's
be
tight.
ugly.
Yeah. Oh, but I think you're doing it right. Oh yes, that was masterfully done.
Oh,
Yes,
please
look at that.
stay,
That
stay,
was
stay,
perfect.
stay.
Go slow. Oh yes, look at that. You
Woohoo!
couldn't have done it any better. That was really, really good.
Perfect.
Yeah,
See,
and
I can
this-
drive actually. It's just,
Yeah,
you just gotta
yeah.
get that rustiness out of
great.
your brains.
Yeah, and this looks very accurate. Narrow things like this.
This
out on the
narrow-
freeway, and and then
yeah.
you have a very long. Normally in Sweden, it's very long. Not like this short. It's usually 3-4 times this long to
Okay.
accelerate out of the freeways. So,
Yep.
yeah. It's worse here in especially in LA and stuff. There are some nasty ones where you're just thrown out into freeway traffic, so to speak, and some especially old ones in the LA area. Some of them are nasty. They go straight out into the freeway traffic.
Yeah, some of the ones in northern Midwest, like I live in, is the same way. You get
Yeah.
like 50, 60 feet and you're in the traffic. It's like, oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, in Sweden, freeways are very comparatively rare compared to North America.
Yep.
But the ones that are usually of very high quality.
Oh,
and
okay.
they're very, very nice to drive on, but they're few. America has way more of them per capita or across the country, so to speak. Sweden's roads are usually well maintained and so on, but they're usually small and narrow compared to North America. But they're really, really good to drive on usually. Very
Okay.
high quality maintenance and so on and so forth.
So this will be our last trip for tonight because I want to cut it off just short, or just a little over an hour. And then sometime when you're available again, we'll do another drive, another
And we
route.
do another one. Yeah, perfect. Yep.
So, especially as long as I'm in Sweden for sure, I want to try and get
Sure,
you on
yeah.
here with me.
Yeah.
because it's
And
fun,
Yeah, I must say again, the roads and all the road signs and everything looks very accurate. There on the right, there's one of the few civilian planes that Saab manufactures.
Oh,
And here
okay,
comes the
right up
two.
there.
Yeah, and in the front there comes two of the military ones, the J-35 and the JA-37 coming up there.
Those
And
two,
so
yep.
Yep. So they actually put real ones up on these things to show off Saab's prominence as a airplane manufacturer. So it's
Cool.
when you drive past, they're actually sitting there on real, and you can go in and park next to them and take a look. And they're like 30-40 feet up on metal pillars, so to speak. But it really looks cool. So
Still cool,
it's
though.
actually there. Yeah, it's actually there, so to speak.
Yep.
And here,
Right.
again, all the line markings and all the barriers and all that looks very authentic. Very
Nice.
Yeah.
I need to do a few more adjustments to my steering wheel because, number one, the force feedback is a little too strong. And number two, the rumble strips on the side of the road almost pull me off the road.
Yeah, but
So-
and that's another thing that is accurate. They have these rumble strips, so you're very aware if you fall asleep or if you're getting off the side of the lane, so to speak. They have these kind of very, very distinct rumble things.
I have them turned on. You can't hear them over the top of the rain in the video, though. But they actually vibrate my steering wheel when I hit them.
Yeah, that's what they do in real life. And also the weather is very Scandinavian. Yep. Rains
I'm
like this all
speeding
year
again.
round. Very often. Yep.
Yep. And I'm speeding again, so I got to slow down
Yep.
before I get a ticket.
Yeah, the highway patrol often Swedish police often lay in ambush and use a laser or something to radar to track you and then come up and find you. That happens often.
Yeah.
They're notorious on this stretch.
Nice. Oh,
But now you're
down.
good. There's another one coming faster than you, so they will take him instead of you. So that's good.
And it makes it hard to hang on to the steering wheel when I hit that rumble strip because it actually shakes
Yeah.
the steering wheel back and forth.
Yeah,
It's frustrating, actually.
that's cool. Yeah. And here is one of the Brännebron, I think it's called. It's kind of a legendary motel and restaurant that is actually across the freeway, so to speak. So you can go in it from both. Yeah.
A restaurant and hotel that crosses over a main thoroughfare. Okay.
Yeah, it's like
That's
I think
new.
it's a small motel and it's a big restaurant. Silleskrog, that's what it's called.
Silleskrog? Okay.
Silleskrog means herring bar or herring restaurant or herring tavern or something like that, if you literally translate it. So yeah, Silleskrog.
Okay.
So it's one of these kind of stops where you stop and eat if you want to.
Okay.
And
Okay.
stuff. Yep.
See, I'm getting Swedish lessons, and I will never remember them, but I'm
it's
trying.
okay. Yeah.
So, but it's fun. I love
it
listening
is.
to you talk about Sweden because it's unique because it's a first-person view.
Yeah, and that was very authentic-looking Swedish gas station, so to speak. That's what they look like. Not very different from an American or any other place, but it's kind of there.
Yeah, I'm just surprised at the narrowness of the roads in Europe. Because if you drive American trucks, Sam, you can swerve all over the road and never leave the lane.
Yeah, but actually freeways are actually they only have 2 lanes normally. They have 3 lanes in big cities like Stockholm and Gothenburg and stuff near them. But out on the highway there are 2 lanes, and they're actually equally the freeways we have here that I've driven on in America are roughly the same width. And as the ones, the Swedish ones, the German ones are actually more narrow. The French and the German autobahns usually have a smaller shoulder and are more narrow, weirdly enough. And the Swedish ones have very, very high standard. But it's because they are built later. A lot of the European freeway network is actually older. The Swedish ones is newer because they didn't have that fancy roads that have been built the last 50 years.
Okay.
They are built to a higher standard. A lot of the freeways and Autobahn in Germany are older. So that means that they were more narrow, but they have more lanes though. A lot of Autobahn have 3 and 4 lanes, but the lanes and the shoulder and stuff are more narrow, so to speak. The lanes in Sweden are like American lanes. They're wide, and the shoulder of the side is usually like here, very wide.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can qualify for enough of a loan with money I have. I don't think I can, though, to get my first truck. I might be able to get like a starter truck, You know, like
Yeah.
the base model. I might be able to do that, but that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get my Scania.
Yeah. So in Sweden, the biggest roads are usually very wide and high standard and so on. And the maintenance is usually by international standards very high in Sweden, but the small roads are narrow and winding and so on, but usually well maintained. But they are narrow and compared to America, they are more narrow and kind of winding and not anywhere near as wide, so to speak. So
Yep.
and also city streets are much wider in North America than especially here in California. They're really wide compared to most European or Sweden. And that is also because most cities in Europe were built before cars were around. They are made for horse and buggies.
That's true.
But
Very true.
A lot of American cities are made. Came up after, so they are designed from the ground up for cities, especially like Los Angeles and here in the West. The cities are made from the ground up for motor vehicles and not for horse and buggy and medieval on the foot, so to speak. And here's cool. There's another IKEA. It matches. This is called the King's Corner or the King's Curve because there is a rumor or a story that was a king back. Oh, it's a fire truck. Yeah. so it was actually the king here that he went off the road here. So that's why they call it the King's Turn or the King's Corner or something if you translate.
Cool.
Kungens Kurva. Yep. And that's where they built the first or the second IKEA. I think it's the oldest IKEA warehouse or IKEA stores out here. Yeah. And there's also a lot of auto stores and stuff like that out here. So this is also very, very accurate in what it looks like out here. So this is the western suburbs of Stockholm when you come in from the western part.
Let's see. I gotta go this way and follow around. Okay.
And you have these roundabouts and whatnot. So yeah. So I can tell all the American viewers and stuff that this is actually what an industrial area in Sweden would very much look like. And you have, of course, roundabouts everywhere.
Yep.
There's roundabouts.
Yep. Roundabouts are everywhere in European truck sim.
Yep.
I wish I could.
In England, they are terrible because you have small roundabouts in big roundabouts, and everything goes the wrong way because you drive on the wrong side of the street.
The ones that really mess with me, like you say, are the English ones, and then also the double lane roundabouts. Those mess with me so bad.
Yep.
It's like,
it's kind of
man.
Yep. Then you drive in the left lane if you're going left. Or maybe straight. If you're going on the go straight or you go right in the roundabout, you drive in the right lane.
Okay.
That's the rule. And then you switch from the left lane to the right lane at the next when you pass when you're going off the next one, so to speak. Then you shift, so it's like a technique. So if you have a roundabout and you're going 90 degrees left, then you're in the left lane, and then you keep in the left lane until you pass straight, so to speak. Then you go out in the right lane. So it's kind of a technique. So and you have to signal right and so on. But most people in Europe, they know how to drive, so they can anticipate it, right?
Dang it, I just missed my turn, so I got to go around the block.
Well, you have to go around. Yeah, you can go around the block. So, yeah.
Yep.
And if anyone wonders why all these red buildings, it's a Swedish tradition. Out in the countryside, you see a lot of red barns and red houses everywhere. That's actually because there was a copper mine back in that has been around for 1,000 years. And when they extracted copper, they got a waste product, and the waste product was a powder they got from that was actually used as a pigment for paint. Because the cheapest paint you could get was that red paint. So everyone, they used the red paint because it's very good at preserving wood, and it was also very cheap. So back in the day, they painted barns and houses and stuff. So poor people, they used the red paint. So out in the countryside, almost every building was red simply because that was the most available, cheap, good, high-quality paint.
I love it.
Yeah, so that's why, and now it's become a tradition. So especially in Sweden and Norway, you have red buildings, especially in Sweden. If you go to Finland and Russia, they don't have that tradition because they didn't have a large copper mine around in early medieval or later periods. So that's why they never really got the tradition of red houses.
Cool. That is so cool. I love hearing about the history of Europe. I mean, here in the States, we only have like 300 years of history to to talk about.
Europe, we
so.
have like 3,000 or more.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, here's my entrance, and I gotta
Yeah,
go
cool.
wide.
Yeah.
I gotta turn my view so I can see something.
Yeah. And it gets dark. Like, yeah, people should understand that in Sweden it's almost dark 24/7 this time of year.
Oh, geez.
And norrsken, that means northern light. Like.
And that's what that says on the truck up there is north wind.
Norrsken, that means the northern lights. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's northern lights in Sweden. So in Swedish. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
$3,000. That works. Or 3,600.
Euros. Yes.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna go start going high value cargo because that gets me the big paying jobs.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. I have 15,000. I think I'm gonna do a couple more jobs before I try for a truck, just to make sure I have enough money for fuel and stuff after I get a truck. Yep. Special transports. These are the ones that you get the lead car with, and those are ugly on European roads. Absolutely ugly.
Yeah.
I haven't done one
extra
yet.
long and stuff like that, I guess. Yeah.
And they're all over the Europe. So whatever you happen to be in these cities is where these will show up.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there because we've been over, well, about 10 minutes over an hour. So it's not too bad. But I'm going to save this real quick.
Cool.
And
yeah.
let's see. Oh, I'm going to call it Survival YouTube. Okay. And thank you so much, Anna, for helping me out here.
Oh,
and
you're welcome. This was fun.
Yeah, and I'll catch you again, and we'll do some more. I may not be doing it for a couple weeks, though. It just depends on what the schedules end up to be. But
yeah.
I really do thank you. It was a lot of fun listening to how, about all the countries and stuff over there.
Yeah, this was fun. Yeah.
And you know quite a bit about the rest of Europe also, too, right?
Yeah, I've been around in almost every European country at least once or twice, and some of them I've been to many, many times.
Okay, well, maybe we'll have to make this a regular thing then.
Yeah.
And no matter where I go, you probably will know something about it. A lot more than I would anyway. So it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
All right, so I will say thank you again. And then I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. And this is Nakara signing off for Steel Valkyrie. Have a good day, guys. Bye.